Good day, you guys, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm so excited. Y'all know how I be feeling about these alumni interviews. I always have to just give myself I gotta kind of shy back because you guys always say good stuff and it makes me blush. It makes me blush. So I'm super excited. Make sure you guys share this video, subscribe to the channel if you are interested in scalp care, and if you want to see more alumni interviews, I would love for you guys to share this information, and of course, be interested yourself. You know, if you're thinking about scalp care, this is the place to be. Today we have Emily on our call today, and Emily, when I tell you, she's from the United Kingdom and she has been taken off from the first moment that she took the head spa course with me, and we did our course. After she finished, she texted me, and it was like maybe like a week later, and she was like, oh my God, I have 65 booked. And I was like, oh my God. So with that being said, welcome, Emmy.
Hi.
Yes, girl. What you been up to?
Oh God, I feel like Christmas was crazy and now we're like into the new year and it's just not stopping. So yeah, it's all
It's not.
go as usual.
Yes. Well, you know what? That's good because, sometimes it's not all good. But now,
Yeah, I
yes,
know. I keep
we
waiting
have
for
to
the
be.
shoe to drop, but no, just keep going.
Yes, you got to
Great.
be grateful. It's not dropping, honey. There's
I
nothing dropping. This is
know, I know.
all good vibes. I think I'm going to create a group of the alumni just to keep this positive mindset going because I feel
I
like.
know.
All right. So tell me a little bit about like how you started offering the head spa and like what got you excited about it.
Oh gosh, like as you know, like my background was midwifery and I was kind of getting like really itchy feet and thought I really want to do something new. And then started doing aromatherapy and massage courses and I was like, I love it, I love this. And head spa just kept coming up and it wasn't a big thing in the UK, like really not. And I remember like our first conversation, I was like, no one's offering training in the UK, by the way. And because you were like, what are you doing here? Like, why did you come all the way from the UK? And I'm like, because there's nothing. Um, and then the next thing I know, I'm just like, no one's doing it in the UK. Like, no one's doing it in Scotland. I
Mm-hmm.
think there was one other person doing it in Scotland, but I was like, no one's doing training. So why don't I just try it? And then the next thing I know, I'm buying a head spa bed. So I kind of fell into it, but in a really good way. In a good
Yeah,
way.
that's a good story.
Yeah.
Some people like it. I feel like that was one of the things where like the universe was putting you in your place. You kind of didn't
Yeah.
have any idea, and then you're like, oh my God, wait a minute, I'm here and I'm doing really great, and wow, this is great.
Yeah, honestly, I felt like I was winging it. I was like, I'll just keep going, and then I just loved it. I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with absolutely everything. There's been no point where I'm like, I hate this.
Right,
You know,
right.
or this is boring, or I've loved every second of training and just like learning new things about head spa and just, you make mistakes along the way, and yeah,
Absolutely.
it's great.
Yes. So what made you decide to enroll? I know, like you said, there's nothing there. So we kind of talked about that. But what was your deciding factor? Like where you were like, oh, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing this and this is what is happening. Because your bed fell into place, but actually taking the course. Some people don't make those steps. They just stay in the fear. They stay scared. They stay afraid. They don't allow themselves to move forward. So what made you like, what was your inspiration?
Honestly, you, because I remember you telling me like how much your course costs, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. And then you were like, listen, this is an investment for your business. Like, if you want to do this, you've got to commit yourself to it. And I
Mhm.
still remember it, and I'm still like always like thinking that every single day. I'm like, it's investment. Ray said it was investment, so I've got to buy it. Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was just you saying, go for it.
And
Um,
how has that investment changed your today? Because it seems like that was a good investment. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, it was insane. And I think your training was just it was so thorough and it was so interesting. And I was kind of worried because I thought, oh my God, like it's gonna be like a really long course, but and I'm in the UK, I'm not doing any practical, but it didn't really feel like that because you were always there, like one-to-one.
Mm-hmm.
And I was doing like other courses as well, like more practical courses. So I
Mm-hmm.
had other therapists saying, well, yeah, that's right, but do this instead. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
I had that kind of confidence of, well, that massage technique is really good. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, it was, oh, yeah, I think, I mean, the biggest investment's been definitely the head spa equipment, but
Right.
100% been worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And the actual course itself, like, I wouldn't change it at all. Like, it was the best thing I ever did. And people are really surprised where they're like, oh, where did you do your training? And I'm like, in the US. And they're like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't go there. I just did everything via
Right.
Zoom. But my trainer's really supportive. And she's like, if I'm like, I don't know what that is, I can just send it over and be like, what is this?
Girl, you know it. Send me a
Yeah.
message. Yes. Let's talk about the DMs. So because you are in the UK. So
Mhm.
when you do you feel comfortable DMing me? Like I need to know that because you know I love that you do. But how
1000.
did you feel after when you were first getting ready to like DM me your message and you were getting ready to ask the question? Did you feel comfortable doing that?
100%. Because I think like when I first started out, like obviously my before and afters on the microscope, I was like, oh my God, is there actually any difference? So that's why I kind of sent them to you being like, what do you think? Because
Uh-huh.
like, obviously I had to go with my instinct. I was like, well, I think they look okay. I look back now and I'm like, could be better.
Yeah.
They were fine, but I'm like, yeah, it could be better. Anyway, but you being like, yeah, they're absolutely fine. Yeah, it was brilliant. And I have no problem contacting you when I need to.
Good, good. I'm glad, and I always want to be there for you. Like I always want to be readily available. Even today, I think before we started like recording, we were talking about how long it's been because life is busy. I mean, you are tearing it up, girl, because you're
Thanks.
now in the UK, you're getting ready to start your own certificate or your own learning program for the head
Yeah,
spa. And that's a lot of work. And then you're doing head spas. Oh my God. And then you're posting to social media. Oh my God. Like
I know. It's
you're
mad.
Yes, you are doing a lot. So
Thank
how are you managing all of this new things that you're doing? How are you managing that? Are you holding up okay?
Not really. I'm not really. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, I think honestly, it's just the adrenaline that keeps me going.
Uh-huh.
It's just so nice to work for yourself and decide
Hmm.
what you're doing. And this is like my baby. This business is just
Right.
like everything. I put my heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears into it. So it's like I have to make sure it's all perfect. Um,
Right. Absolutely.
but yeah, I think just, knowing when to take a break from it all and, ask for help is a
Hmm.
really important thing as well, because it's really easy to burn yourself out. 100%.
And you know what? Keeping that in mind, now you still trying to get that light out of there. Look at you. You're
I
trying to
know.
block the light.
I'm like,
She's like, it's
oh,
driving me insane.
okay.
That's
This is
okay.
good. All
It's
right.
okay. It's okay. But listen,
There we go.
I know
Hey,
you're going, this is something new too. So you're going into teaching. But remember, I'm an educator. So if there's something in that realm that you want, that I can help you if you have questions there as well. I love to be available. I'm still like, I know that I've been teaching the head spa for the last 4 years. And that seems like, you've been in it for so long, you know what you're doing. But I am not this person that's like pompous. Okay. I am very down to earth and I don't know everything. I don't. So
yeah.
everything that I've learned throughout this journey, I see that you're in the beginning and I want to help. So if you are going through things, if you're in the building process and you wonder like, Sean, how did you format how did you get this formatted? Like, how did you get the information? Like I don't know what questions that you have, but if there are any questions on your journey, is that even tech stuff, girl, I done got some tech knowledge in
Oh,
there.
thank
So,
you. No,
so
to be honest, I've gone back to my original course content because I'm like, oh my God, like, how did Ray write that? And then you write it, and I'm like, oh, right, yeah. So it's been really useful going back to the original course content and being like, right, yeah, that's how you should word it.
uh-huh. Yeah,
Um,
it's very important in how you communicate this to your clients as well.
of course.
So, can you give me an example of a client that came in when you started offering your head spa and like some of the results and like a success story that you would say that was one of the most rewarding experiences with you and your client?
Oh, there's been so many. I mean, I guess it's the ones that come in with the scalp disorders, and
Mhm.
especially clients with psoriasis.
Mhm.
Um, I did have one client who literally burst into tears when she saw her after. And
Mhm.
I think because she tried so many things, like she'd been to
Mhm.
the doctor, she tried different medication, and like nothing had worked. And I was like at the beginning, listen, I don't know if this is like this might not work. Like I'll do my
Mhm.
best, but it might just be a case of we're never going to change the metabolism of your scalp. Um,
Right.
and I was like, look, I'll do my absolute best. And I used every piece of tool that I had to get that into her scalp, and it looked so good. Like afterwards, and she was like, I can't even speak. I'm just like,
Wow.
and she said for like weeks her scalp was just not itchy, and
Mm.
she was using the oil that we use, and
Mhm.
she was like, it is the only thing that helps the itching. And I was like, oh, I'm just, I was so pleased for her that
Mhm.
it was such a good outcome. Um,
Mhm.
and then she's come back, like she's come back probably 3 times now. Like
Wow.
I
Okay,
know,
here
and
for the
she's like,
returning
oh, just
clients.
come back. I know we've had so many returning clients. It's been amazing
Mhm.
because like that was one thing we were worried about was head spas not like a it's not like getting your nails done or your lashes.
Right.
It's like a
Right.
few every few months.
Supposed to be a relaxation service.
Right. Yeah. But no, she's come back quite a few times and she's like, yeah, I just need a scalp detox. Just do what you need to do. And it's so nice because we've built such a good relationship now and she's just amazing. And it's just nice to have a client that you really like as a person.
Yeah,
Her scalp
yeah.
looks great. Like honestly, like even like her hair growth is so much better just from like all the scalp stimulation. I'd wish I'd taken like a before and after. I'm so bad at it. I need to take before and after pictures of people's hair because the difference is just insane. And
Yes,
that's
you have to
probably
do
the
before
best
and
one,
after.
the one where the client cried, but in a good way.
Yes. See, now that is that right there. That's why this is so important. That's why I'm so excited that you're in the effort of education, that you're going to be educating as well. Girl, don't forget me. Invite me. You know what I mean?
Of
I would love to
course.
come out
Yeah.
there and we can tag team this. We can host classes together. I'm all in for the journey. Remember, this is us revolutionizing the beauty industry. This is us making a difference in an industry that scalp care wasn't very prevalent. And now we're able to get those success stories. Like, wow, wow. I am
Yeah.
so just to have those happy tears afterwards. I know you were just like probably holding yourself back, like, woo.
Yeah. Oh my God. I was like, don't cry. Professional. Yeah. Of course.
So let's since we're rounding up here, we've been on for about 15 minutes, and I want to just ask you if there was someone else who was interested in participating in this scalp care certification course, what would you say to them?
Honestly, I would say if you are committed to doing the Head Spa course and you feel like this is going to be the best thing for you and you want change in your life and you're really ready for a crazy ride, then go for it.
Yes.
It will probably be one of the best things you ever do, the Head Spa training, because Head Spa is so popular right now and everybody wants a piece of it. Everybody
Mhm.
wants to do it.
Mhm.
And I think who better to go to than the Queen of Knowledge, the Queen of Head Spa herself. Though, like I've seen there's a lot of courses coming out in the UK at the minute, and
Uh-huh.
some of them like you see the kind of breakdown, and I'm like,
Uh-uh. Uh-uh.
yeah. And everyone's like, I did a course in one day, and I'm like, well, I did like over a month. Like, what? What's
Yes.
that about?
Right,
So I
right.
think, just do your research, but, make sure that, you're getting the right person, which is yourself. And
Yeah.
yeah, if you're up for it, then go for it. But it's a hard
Well,
journey. It is. It's hard. It's hard work.
it is
But
because there's business building that comes along with it. You know,
right.
You're
Yeah.
not just like, I taught you the head spa part. So you got all of these
Yeah.
clients and now you're doing the service. But now now that you're bringing this a new revenue, you have to learn how to manage that revenue. You have to get the financial advisors. You have to get all of the new equipment that
Yeah.
you spoke about. You have to understand how to use this equipment. You got to do before and afters.
Yeah. But yeah, it's true. And I think, the head spa it's just one tiny little part of it.
Yes.
It's tiny compared to everything else. Like if you want to make this a successful business, then you have to kind of grab it by the reins and be like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I would definitely recommend a more thorough head spa course like yourself, because normally the ones that only do like a day or like 6 hours, it's not enough.
Right.
Not
It's
enough.
not
You
enough.
need to do at least like a few weeks, because
Hmm.
there's so much to learn. There's
Yes.
so
There is
much.
so
And I would
much.
know because I'm now writing my manual and I'm like, holy God, I've got so
It,
much to say. Like
yeah.
there's not enough time in this. Like how do people even do a day?
Right.
So yeah, I think doing as much research as possible, and if you feel it's right, I would go for it.
I
Best
love
decision I've
it.
made.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Emily. I'm proud of you. I am proud of everything that you're doing. Remember, we're going to be tag teaming in the UK, tag teaming
I
classes in the
know.
United Kingdom. I'd love to be there. I'd be there just to support you, honey, because I really
Oh,
do. I
thank
am very,
you.
very proud of you, and I'm loving your success in your head spa. And I
Thank
know that there were some challenges in the beginning with all of the people kind of flooding in, trying to mimic the type of services that you're offering, but you have stepped out and become elite. And
thank
I'm so grateful that I have been a part of what has made you great. That is amazing.
Yes, you
Mm.
absolutely have. You're my hero.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, you too. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in. We're going to give y'all a welcome goodbye. And we're going to say, you know what? Subscribe to the channel, share this video. And I know that there's a certain percentage of you who are watching this video who have not subscribed yet. So please subscribe to the channel, share with your friends. And I hope to see you in our next in-person head spa certification course coming up here in Cleveland, Ohio. See you there. Bye-bye. Bye, Emily.
Bye.